everybody. Welcome to Dandelion Cottage. I'm Leslie Watkins, and this is Paper Crafting Saturday. Today I'm going to show you how to make a note card box and how to decorate it excuse me, to fit some of the standard size note cards we've been making. This is just going to be an introductory, excuse me, I can't talk today. I'm still working on my first cup of tea. So this will be an introductory video showing you how to make a reinforced box, but it's not going to be the full instructions. It's just going to be a brief overview because I'm working on an entire video dedicated just to box making. So I'm just going to show you how to make the lid today. The bottom is just the same. It's just got higher sides. So this is a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this one measures 7 7/8 by 9 1/8. And I'm just going to go around the edges and score the sides. And I'm going to score them at 3/4 of an inch and at 1 1/2 an inch. So I hope you're all well. And busy in your studios, crafting and painting. That's what I'm doing. And later today I'm going to be giving my studio a spring cleaning. Things are starting to get lost in here. So it's time to get organized. So I'm using the trimmer. This is one of the essential tools in the toolkit that I strongly recommend that you get to follow along. It's going to make things so much easier for you. For more on the essential toolkit, go to dandelioncottage.com and go to the join page, and you'll see a link to the starter kit there that will describe all the different things that come in the starter kit. You've got just 3 more days to sign up and get the fantastic deal on that. So March 31st is the deadline, and I hope you'll join me because this is a great way to spend your time creatively and productively, and that kit is really going to help make things so much easier for you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go make sure that you can see this okay. Can you see those scores? So I'm just going to cut up on those score lines. And I'm doing this on each of the long sides, going past the first one and stopping at the second. Again on this side. And this is what's called a reinforced box, so it's extra strong. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip in on this outer tab at an angle. Cut that off. And again, angle that. I'm just going to go around and do that. There we go. And you'll end up with something that looks like this. But now what I want you to do is to take these little square tabs and angle the sides of those as well. Okay. All right, now that we've got that, let's just fix this one. Take your bone folder. So these, your snips and your bone folder are also in your essential toolkit. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to go around and give each of those score lines a good burnish. There we go. And now take your liquid glue and put a little dab of glue on the corner. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get your corners nicely lined up, like so. And go around and do the rest. So if you just hold it for a moment, that'll give the glue sufficient time to just get tacky and hold it. Now it's stuck to my finger. I've got a frog in my throat. I have been self-isolating now for what seems like 2 weeks, and fortunately I feel pretty good. So I hope everybody's staying in. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab a tissue so I can wipe away that extra glue. Alright, so now that you've got that, just take the opposite sides and run some glue on there. Tuck those in. I know you can't see what I'm doing very well, but what I'm doing is I'm just folding those in and then giving them a burnish with the bone folder. Same thing on this side. Quick burnish. And now the longer sides. And I'm being careful to keep the glue away from the outer edge by about 1/8 of an inch or so. Okay, here we go. And just go around. Make sure all the glue is adhered. And this burnishing also helps to distribute the glue, so it's nice and flat and evenly spread on your sides. And there's the lid of your box. So I have a bottom here, and that fits nicely. We can get that lined up. There we go. All right, so there's our note card box. Now we're going to decorate it. So I have this picture that I did last Wednesday. And I have a couple of mats here. And let's see. This measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the inner mat is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so this is crushed curry, mossy meadow, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the watercolor painting onto the outer mat, or the inner mat I should say, like so. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same with this. And I'm just checking to see that the border is nice and even all around. And then give the whole thing a nice burnish. Okay, so this is going to go together, something like this. But what I'd like to do is to add some ribbon. So I have some crushed curry ribbon here. This is the crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I really like this ribbon a lot because it's so easy to tie and it just has a beautiful texture and a sheen to it. It's very easy to use. And I'm just going to wrap that around the box like so. And to adhere the ribbon to the mat, I'm going to take some tear and tape. Just put a strip right in the center of the card like so. Give that a burnish. And then I'm going to peel away the backing. And I'm going to take the ribbon, fold it in half like that, and I'm just going to lay that right on top of that tape. Okay? I got that on the wrong side. Oops. Let's do that again. Give it a burnish, make it stick. You know, when you make a mistake with paper crafting, almost always you can fix it. So don't just think for a second how you can make a alteration to accommodate your I did the same thing again. OMG. All right. Ay vey. All right, we'll try this one more time, folks. It's going to be okay. All right. Now this time I'm going to be extra careful to make sure I have this going this way, so I want the short edge here. So here we go. I'm just going to trim that extra away. Okay, now we've got it. Just going to add some more of the liquid glue. Around the edges like so. Now I'm going to get that centered on the lid of my box. There we go. Okay. So now, the next thing I want to do is to put a little sentiment here. So let me grab a punch. Okay, and I'm going to use this sentiment from the Positive Thoughts set. And I'm putting that on my block. Grabbing a piece of scrap paper. And this is the Mossy Meadow ink that matches the border on the paper here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the fancy punch, and I will have the names of all these things listed on the website. And what I want to do, let me grab a sponge. I'd like to put a little edge there we go. Okay. And that's going to fit nicely right in here. Now inside the box, I'm going to place these note cards. Okay, these are some of the cards that I made from the watercolors I've done in the past several Watercolor Wednesdays. So you remember the white chrysanthemums, the snowdrop, the witch hazel, and the forsythia. And they are inside of these envelopes. The plastic envelopes are also more very vanilla envelopes. And they fit nicely in there. Here's our lid. And I'm going to tie that shut. And then we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Okay. And I think I'm going to add a couple of these little metallic pearls. And there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that This will give you some ideas of what to do with your watercolors, the little sketches that you do as you practice. And I think you can see what a nice gift this would be to somebody. And don't forget that the special on the kits is over in 3 days. Please check that out on the website at dandelioncottage.com, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.